Hi class, this video is to show you how to use Irvine 32 procedure to read and write information in the console. So just like before, if we want to use Irvine 32 library, please make sure you have the Irvine directory download and install correctly under your C drive. So after we include irvine32.imc file, you can use all the procedure defined in the Irvine 32 library. So this is the example. I want to display 1, 2, 3, 4 in the hex format. How can I display that in the console? So most procedure will use the write hex, write bin, or write decimal to write a value into the console. For those hex, write hex, write int, or write decimal procedure, they will receive the value from EAX. So before calling the procedure, please save your value 1, 2, 3, 4 in the EAX. So after you call write hex, they will display the value in EAX in the console, just like this example show. So here we call CRLF, that's for the new line at the end. So that's why we can see this example here is if I want to write one value, we have a value that's the integer value. You can see here the equal to 35. Look like this unsigned, but it really depends on how you will display that. So you see here, after we move that int value in EAX, you can display this value in EAX in different format. If you want to display binary, you call write bin. If you want to display in the signed integer format, you just call write int. If we want to display in the unsigned integer format, we call write des. So the same thing like earlier we showed you. The hexadecimal format, you just call write hex. For all those write procedure, they all receive one value from the EAX. So then we see the sample output. You can see the same value, 35. They will display in different format. The first one is binary format, signed integer format, unsigned integer format, and hex format. So that's write information into the console. So the same thing, can you read the information from the console? So we see the next example. Yes, you're just using the read from the console. You can read information into binary format, decimal, that means unsigned integer format. Or you want to do the signed integer format, you do the integer. Or you want to do the hexadecimal format, you just do the read hex. So this one, we're just using one example. We have a value we enter from the user. So then the first thing we will using the read binary to read in the binary format. So in order to let the user to enter the value, remember we need to have our prompt message. So this prompt message you will save in a byte array. To display this message in console, right, we need to use our write string procedure. And the write string procedure, we need to have that prompt message in the EDX value. So before call the write string, please move your offset for that prompt message into EDX. So afterward, let's get the user input. Please enter a binary number. So we are expecting user will enter a binary number. So this binary number, we will use the read bin to save the value in EAX. So after you read using the read procedure to get the user input in EAX, now you can decide you want to display in the binary format using call write bin, or I can display in the hex format. So I just call hex write hex. So this too is how you will read a single value from the user input in the console, so we can write in the information. Before we finish this clip, I need to show you two more examples. That's the same thing, you can display information in the console. Remember before, when we want to get the register information, we need to open our debug mode using the register window to see the register value. But now Irvine 32, they give you a procedure is dump register. So if you call dump register, all the register information from EAX, EBX, ECX, they will do one by one and display on the console. And also at the end, we have the flag status as well. To call the dump register, actually they are not expecting anything from the receive. So this example also show you the other procedure called delay. So this delay is according to the value you specify in EAX. In the unit is millisecond. They will wait for that long time from the EAX. Then you call delay, they will wait 0.5 seconds. So then they will do a dump register. So that's a dump register. You can display register and the flag information. So the next one also, you can display array content in the console now. So the same thing, remember before we need to use the memory window to see that. But now we don't have to. We just need to call dump memory. But the dump memory, they need to have some information before you call the dump memory. The first thing, where is your array? So pass your array location to ESI. So then I also need to know how many elements in the array. So pass your number of elements in ECX. So then you need to tell me each element how many bytes. So that will be in EBX. So for example, here we have a D array. The data type is 4-byte D word. I have 4 elements. So before I call dump memory, I have the ESI save the location from the array. ECX, how many elements? We use length of array. So then what kind of type? We use the type of the array in EBX. So they know they need to read every 1 byte, 2 byte, or 4 byte. So after you call the dump memory, the content for the array will display in the hexadecimal format.